Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Academy of Guitar. Stanley Williams speaking. Here we are on the Cool Chord series. So far we have done the E shape, the A shape, the C shape, and the D shape. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go back and add some color to each one of those chords, and the way we color these things, we call those embellishments. So what we're going to do is we're going to put whatever fingers we have left over after making the chord to use, and then we are going to sweeten up the chord just a little bit. So let's start back with our E chord from our first video and do a little bit of review. First of all, 6 strings, string number 1, the skinny string, string number 6, the fat string. 4 fingers, 1, 2, 3, and 4, thumb counterbalancing behind the guitar neck. The E chord shape, string 3, fret 1, finger 1, string 5, fret 2, finger 2, string 4, fret 2, finger 3, and we strum all 6 strings. Fret 8 and fret 6. The way we can add more interest and excitement to this chord is by adding some embellishments or some color, some flavorings. And we're going to do that with our pinky. So you might find this just a little bit awkward at first because your pinky is not used as often as your other fingers. And with a little bit of practice, you'll become really comfortable with this. So we're going to keep it real simple, and we're going to simply take our basic E shape on the 3rd string, the 5th string, and the 4th string. And I'm going to take my pinky and I'm going to add it on string number 1, fret number 2. E shape, chord embellishments. We have the basic E shape with string number 3, fret number 1 with our 1st finger, string number 5, fret number 2 with our 2nd finger, string number 4, fret number 2 with our 3rd finger, and in addition we're going to add our pinky to string number 1 on fret number 2. So this is the chord without the embellishment. This is with the embellishment. We're going to do the very same thing on string number 2. Without the embellishment, the pinky goes on string 2, fret 2. And then the same thing happens on string 3. Without the embellishment, string 3, fret 2 with our pinky. And then finally, here's the basic E shape. This is adding string number 1 and fret number 2 with my pinky. So I can add those. Then I'm going to do the very same thing on string number 2. My pinky is going to go on string number 2, fret number 2. Then I'm going to lift it. And then I'm going to go to string number 3, pinky on fret number 2, just like the other 2 strings. And then lift it. You'll notice that between each embellishment, I go back to the original chord. That brings our ear back around, and it sort of centers it, sort of balances it, so that we don't get lost. If we play only the embellishments, our ear will get confused. It'll sound like this. Doesn't know where to go because it doesn't have the original texture to hang on to. So the way I like to approach this is to add an embellishment and then go to the original chord, add the next embellishment, go back to the original chord, add the next embellishment, go back to the original chord. Then your ear always has that chord to hang on to, and then the extras feel like sweeteners. The beauty of these embellishments is they work wherever this chord shape works. So if we put this back up on fret 8 like we've done in the past, we can add exactly the same embellishments in exactly the same relationship, which will be the pinky on the same fret that the 2nd and the 3rd fingers are on string number 1, the original chord, the embellishment, the original chord, string 2 embellishment, the original chord, string doesn't really matter which you start with, whether you start with the embellishment or whether you start with the chord, but keep that original chord happening at fairly regular intervals so that the ear is able to hang on to that. We can do the very same thing at fret 6, just like the other two. The pinky is going to happen on the same fingers as 2 and 3, the very same fret. The original chord, add the embellishment, lift, add the embellishment on string 2, lift, add the embellishment on string 3, and then lift. Now if we combine the original chords on fret 1, 8, and 6 along with the embellishments, this is what we're going to get. Pretty sweet, huh? Now I'm going to play and I'm going to move the chords in some different combinations of frets, and I'm going to add the embellishments as I go. Don't worry too much about the fancy strumming here. We can cover the strumming in an alternate supplement video where we'll talk about that exclusively. So just follow the left hand mostly and get a feel for what I'm doing with my pinky and how it's beginning to color the chords. Ready? That time I did not use every embellishment. You do not have to use every fret, nor do you have to use every embellishment. These are choices and combinations that are possible that work very well together, but how you use them is strictly up to you. Remember our term, active listening. Be an active listener. That's going to mean that we stay tuned in to what we're playing all the time and determine, is what I'm playing sounding good? Do I like it or do I not? If I like it, it's good. If I don't, then it's not. So it's up to you. This is an improvisational system that allows you to just sort of create as you go. So that's going to conclude this video. And then when we get to our next video, we're going to do the same chord embellishments on the A shape. Until then, thanks very much for joining us. And we'll see you next time. Academy of Guitar, Stanley Williams here. Bye for now.